Welcome back to Bash Bros in episode 92 of Notorious Pro Wrestling, the TEW Let's Play series where we find out what exactly would happen if Conor McGregor started his own wrestling promotion. I'm going to say something today that I never thought I would say, but we'll get into that in terms of news. It's only been a week since you guys have been here. You haven't missed anything, but let's recap last week's Wanted. So we scored a 69. I was hoping to break into the 70s due to a strong performance from Rey Fenix and Sonico in the main event and a good Conor McGregor angle promo in the middle. Ace Austin, Mark Haskins and Rey Fenix all secured 3 further points in the P12 tournament. Kip Sabian also debuted his new underrated gimmick, which he's kind of currently doing in AEW, the whole cardboard box on the head thing. Kaylee Ray also then looking to split away from the Filthy Generation due to them being on a bit of a losing streak and that she's just too good for them at this stage. And the Grizzled Young Vets turned down, yes you heard that right, turned down a tag team title shot at the pay-per-view to play some mind games with the champions Aussie Open. And all the while we still have the mystery of who attacked new Notorious Pro Wrestling champion Kenny Omega backstage several weeks ago. I know, yous might know, but it will be revealed sooner rather than later. Not tonight though, not tonight. So that was the last time yous were here. There's actually been quite a bit of news. None for us really, more around the world. So let's look at that. So this one is not a massive bit of news, but it's very disappointing to me, and that is Chris Brooks has re-signed with New Japan. I am a massive fan of Chris Brooks in real life. He signed with them many years ago, I think like at the start of the game. I really want to bring him in and reunite him with Lycos Jim and Grisham, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon. He's young though. If this contract is only for 2 or 3 more years, we might get another opportunity and he'll pretty much be in his prime still. So we will just have to wait and see. This one doesn't affect Notorious but might affect Rev Pro in the future, Tajiri. So we brought him in whenever we took over Rev Pro to be a part of the Cruiserweight division, and he is now the head booker of The Crash. Yeah, I don't know either. So the Crash was owned by the board of directors, and Beastia 666 was their booker, and then Tajiri took over. Well, there you go. How about that? Only way this will really affect Rev Pro is if we try to book Tajiri to an exclusive deal, and I don't see us doing that, to be honest. Big Roy Johnson, Big Wavy, has signed with NXT UK. I haven't changed his name. NXT UK guys tend to kind of keep their name more times than not. Not overly disappointed by that. He was actually unemployed up until they signed him. He is alright. Charisma's average, star quality's average, fundamentals average with the occasional good spot, physicals above average, I'll give him that. He's just okay. So if NXT UK want him, they can have him. Mustafa Ali has left WWE, so possibly a size thing, could be a charisma thing. Don't quite know why the AI has let Mustafa Ali go. I will probably not bring him in to Notorious, but we do have the Super J Cup. Is that what it's called? I think it is. The Super J Cup down in Rev Pro, and I would absolutely bring him in for that. He is a very good. Only part really is maybe some of his entertainment skills are a bit low, a bit average, but other than that he's very good. Definitely worth coming in for the Cruiserweight division in Rev Pro. So Mustafa Ali possibly coming to Rev Pro in the future, and he can indeed work in the UK. Keep an eye out for that. Now, the big bit of news. Last time we were together, that you listened to me ramble into a microphone, Randy Orton was on the verge of rehiring with WWE, signing a contract extension, and I theorized that maybe that might fall through and that Randy Orton might be unemployed, mostly due to the AI of WWE's booking thinking he's too old. So that didn't happen. What did happen is Randy Orton signed with AEW. What the fuck? Yeah. I don't even know what to say about this. It's cool in terms of the Notorious universe. This is really fucking cool. AEW has kind of slipped a bit. They're 4th in the world. They were 2nd, so they've kind of dropped down a couple of places. But their roster is stacked. Like, Orton is going to be their biggest star immediately. You know, and then there's Moxley, there's Ronda Rousey, Jericho, Omega, Cody's still there. Yeah, like, that's a big signing. That was a big signing for AEW. It would never happen in real life. But yeah. I'm just looking at AEW's titles here. And man, do you remember when AEW only had 4 championships? Those were the days, right? Fuck me. And I'm thinking, like, so again, this started in 2021, January. So since then, in real life, they've added the TBS Championship, they've added the All Atlantic Championship, and they've added the Trios Championship. Fuck me, like. Anyway, yeah, this is cool. I'm wondering if Orton's relationship with Cody had anything to do with that happening. It's a possibility, depending how the AI books. But man, AEW's roster is stacked, man. They should be doing better. Why are they not doing better? I just realized if I really wanted the clickbait people for this thumbnail, I should be like, Randy Orton signed with AEW, and then people would click on that fucking like nobody's business. But I'm not going to do that. I try not to be as clickbaity as possible with Notorious, but I am tempted, I'll not lie. So, the reason you guys are back for this week is that we're going to have the debut of a new manager. I've discussed it episodes ago, but yes, so Tully Blanchard is due to debut tonight, and he will be kind of the manager for Dynasty going forward once the Tessa comes back from maternity. Right, okay, so that is the massive bit of news out of the way, and we've recapped what happened last week. We'll take a look at the P12, and then we'll start to book the show. So the P12 is very close to wrapping up before the finals at the Fear No Man pay-per-view in a month and 1 week's time. So current standings are joint first, Rey Fenix and Easton Reese. So we'll have to wait to see who wins out of those two over their next 2 matches. See the winner of Block B. Joint second then is Sonico, Davey Boy and Miles Kamen. Only person there who can really improve their spot is Miles Kamen, who has 1 match left. And bottom of the pile then is Joe Henning with 1 match left also. Then in Block B, Claudio Castagnoli and Kip Sabian still joint first. Claudio needs to win his next match and he will be the winner of Block B. Joint second then is Will Hobbs and Stevie Boy, both with 1 match left who could possibly improve their places. And then joint last then, Ace Austin and Mark Haskins. However, Mark Haskins does have 1 match left and could possibly improve his standings. That is everything covered that we need to cover, so let's move on to booking the show. And we are back coming at you from the Brighthelm Centre in southern England. It is Thursday Night Wanted. This is not going to be it's not going to be a bad show, but the only real thing of note is the Tully Blanchard debut, and whenever that's your highlight, you know it's not going to be a barnstormer. But having Joe paired up with Tully, I think, can lead to really interesting matches down the line, especially with where we're going with that storyline. Let's start the show. Pre-show promo from the Barbed Wire Dolls, Crazy Mary Dobson and Mad Marley Quinn. They are elated to be back together, and Crazy Mary Dobson is slightly less crazy now that her best friends got her back under control. Maybe is the best way to put that. I've changed their pictures. I know these are very old pictures, these two, but they kind of, because they've both got the themes of red in them, that's why I went with that. I know it's silly, but I like it. It's my game. Fuck yous. Yes, they are elated to be back together and want the win at the pay-per-view. 53 rated promo. And in a pre-show match, Mad Marley Quinn goes on to beat Nicole Matthews in 15:25 via a guillotine choke. 55 from Marley Quinn and 52 from Nicole. 57 overall, so they actually really outperformed themselves. That's really good. Oh, so much to read for this. Oh my god, right. So, in a 5-on-5 match to open the show, Schadenfreude, which is Aussie Open and CCK, defeat the Grizzled Young Vets and Epitaph, which is the NIC and Eddie Dennis. Flip me, right. So Grisham at 59, that's low for Grisham. That's because we had the Mayhem special instruction in this match, and Mayhem it is indeed. 61 for Junior, which is good. Lycos got a 66, which is good. Kyle Fletcher 59, again I assume he was penalised for the Mayhem instruction, but still okay. Mark Davies a 63, which is good. Eddie Dennis a 53, Charlie a 56, Oshin a 51, Zach a 61, and James a 61. All in all 64. That's pretty good considering there are 10 competitors in this match. That's pretty good. Yeah, so Grisham was held back by the Mayhem instruction. Post-match then, Grisham locks in the octopus stretch onto Eddie Dennis and refuses to let go until agents pull him off. 77 rated because I had Connor in there. Next up in a backstage angle, Joe Henning is looking very depressed backstage as he readies for his match tonight until Tully Blanchard enters his locker room and says Tessa has sent him to help him out until her suspension is over. If you remember correctly, Tessa lost her shit after losing to Zia Brookside and proceeded to attack and injure agents and security and referees and whatnot, and was thus suspended by Conor McGregor. 45 rated segment, that's okay. I'm not expecting much from that, to be honest, so that's okay. Next up, on to the match. Joe Henning defeats Ray Phoenix after Tully Blanchard interferes. 55 from Joe, 70 from Ray, 65 overall, which is good. We're obviously going to have Joe win his first match with his new manager. You don't do that. They don't have a big character development moment and then have them lose. It makes no sense. Also, we need Ray to drop some points because he is not going to be the winner of that block that he's in. It has to be Easton Reese. Has to win that. Next up in a backstage promo, Maki Ito tells Riho she needs to focus as they need to win at the pay-per-view so Maki Ito can finally silence the doubters who say that she can't beat Crazy Mary Dobson clean. 68 rated segment, that's okay from Maki, but she has performed better before. And then in a match with Nicole Matthews, Maki Ito wins with a 60 rated performance, which is very good. It's maybe the best performance Maki Ito has produced in a while. And a 53 from Nicole, 60 rated overall. And in our main event, Claudio Castagnoli defeats Mark Haskins. 66 from Claudio, a 55 from Mark, 62 overall. It's actually quite weak from Mark. He has done better. Maybe he's just missing Vicky as a manager. Oh god, still cringe. But all in all, still not bad at all. Post-match then, James Storm tries to hit Claudio with a beer bottle, but Chris Hero is able to make the save this time, and they will face off, James Storm and Chris Hero, at the pay-per-view. 65 rated show, that is good, I'm happy with that. I suppose in terms of my expectations now, I expect Wanted to kind of score in the 60s, and then our pay-per-views should hopefully be scoring into the 70s. In terms of readjusting our targets, because we need to readjust our targets as we get bigger. Okay then, so there's no real news to discuss coming out of the Wanted. So that is it then for this week's episode. If you enjoyed this, do leave a like on the episode, and do consider subscribing to the Bash Bros channel for just good times all around. I don't know when you will next be back. I haven't booked that far ahead in advance. Nothing's really happening at the Your Bollocks pay-per-view. The biggest thing is really just that we're going to continue the mystery of who attacked Kenny Omega, as a hooded figure will lay him out after the match. But the reveal itself won't happen. So I guess I'll see you when I next see you then, if that's the case. But if you have any ideas for storylines, tag teams, feuds, whatever, put it in the comments and I'll try book that for you. And with all that being said, I will see you next time on Bash Bros.